Yo, what's good? It's your boy DEADMANVINCE, and we are back for another Black Clover mobile discussion, speculation, whatever you want to call it, video. Today I just wanted to kind of talk about some mechanics that I feel like we could possibly see in the game, some mechanics I would like to see. I do want to emphasize that none of this stuff has been confirmed. I don't know any developers or anything like that. I haven't gotten any behind the scenes information. I'm just making some assumptions based off of the fact that the lead developer from Grand Cross is working on this game. That's really like kind of all I'm going with here, because it does look similar in some fashions and some aspects. But if you want to see a video on everything that we know so far, because I'm going to be using kind of that video as like basis for some of the things I'm going to say in this video. So if you want to check that out, I can go ahead and leave that right there for you. But before we hop into the video, if you guys are enjoying the content that's been coming out lately, then please do leave a like. You can subscribe and you can comment and let me know how you feel about some of these mechanics that I thought up here, or maybe whether you agree that maybe this would be in the game or maybe not. Because, you know, some of these I feel like maybe I could be reaching. Some of them I feel like maybe I'm not reaching. So let's just go ahead and get right into the video. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about was the combat system. And when I say the combat system, I mean, will it be like the same as Grand Cross, whereas we have cards and we do different spells and shit like that? Because you got to think, in 7 Deadly Sins, they didn't use cards to cast their spells. They just kind of used the magic. So the cards, I feel like, was a very nice translation of using those spells. But in Black Clover, what if they didn't do the card system necessarily, but they did more like a how do you say like they open their book? So say it's like team battle, because in the trailer you see 4 people running up together, and I'll talk about that a little bit later as well. But in the trailer you see team battle. So what if it were like a system where you're kind of like, you have like the view of like the character that you're selecting a move for in battle currently, right? And you're looking down at the grimoire and you're like turning through the pages looking for a different spell or something like that, and then you find the spell you need. Because I thought maybe, what if they did a system where the grimoires, because if you look at the everything we know so far video, I had translated the little icons on the side, and one of them said magic tools, so I'm guessing that's going to be like gear, equipment. But the other one said book of magic, so grimoire. So I'm guessing you could upgrade the grimoires like individually. And what if every time you upgrade the grimoire to a certain degree, you unlock a new spell in the book? I feel like that would kind of parallel to the show pretty well. So what if you just kind of flip through the page of the grimoire, you can select a move, and then you just select who you want to use it on. You know, you still have your AoE attack, so you don't have to choose who to attack. Or you have your support moves where you just buffing allies and stuff like that, right? Also, will it always be... Well, firstly, will it be a 4v4 every situation type of thing, since we saw in the trailer that it had the 4 allies running in together? Or will it be like 3 units and then it'd be like a backline? Or will it be like you use 1 unit at a time and then you switch through the units, etc., etc., right? There's so many different ways that they could put that together. I feel like they would definitely stick to 3 or 4 though. I don't see like a 1v1 type of mode in here, unless you're doing like training or something like that, you know what I'm saying? But now that we're talking about the combat in the game, something else that I wanted to touch on was the leader skill or passive skill system. Like, will there be just passive skills like Grand Cross? Because just passive skills, because it's going to have passive skills regardless. Like, look at every game now. They always have passive skills. Dragon Ball Z, even though they have leader skills, have passive skills. Grand Cross, passive skills. My Hero, do they have? Yeah. They have the skill tree, and they have the kind of like abilities that they're given at the start when you first summon them. So there's always going to be a passive ability in there. It's going to be very interesting to see how some of the passives come out into the game and how the passives play into character longevity. But definitely, I feel like there's definitely gonna be passives in the game. I don't know if there'll be leader skills, or maybe I feel like leader skills or categories maybe would be pretty good, because say everybody has like their own kind of like passive, maybe they're not all buffing each other, because you got to look at the Black Bulls. They're all very, very different type of like people, and they have their own like fighting styles, you know what I'm saying? But they always fight together in combat. Like that's why I feel like it's either going to be 3 or 4 player, or 3 or 4v4, or 3, however you want to say that. I kind of switched that around. That's why I feel like that's going to be the main system they stick to, because it's not really often you see like a 1v1 in Black Clover. It usually is like multiple people, like Yami 1v3, you know what I'm saying, the Eye of the Midnight Sun, but that's a 1v3 even still. So I feel like it might be a team battler, but because it did emphasize building teams in the trailer actually, so definitely it's a team battler, right? But yeah, no, I feel like even though the characters can have varying passive skills, if they had like a category boost or something like that, like Black Bulls, you know what I'm saying? Like if you were a part of a certain magical guild, you get an extra boost, and then they could add extra like little categories in there. Like Dokkan's adding a new category like every damn week, and it'd just be some like, it'd be like some category that you think you know what the characters are going to be in the category, and then it don't necessarily match up 100%. So they could really move in any direction that they wanted with that aspect of the game, realistically. But next thing that I wanted to talk about or touch on just a little bit, right, is costumes. How will so I did translate. I did see that there's a costumes tab in the game. It's a little 3D game. You know, everybody wants their cosmetics. Everybody wants to pay for their extra drip. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to get their waifu all fitted up. Everybody got to get their fucking favorite Chad characters all fitted up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to drop bread on Yami costumes, Asta costumes. Maybe not Asta costumes at first. I don't know. But definitely Asta when he becomes like a Chad dude. Like, people are going to drop bread for that. Noelle, Mario Leona, all kinds of people. So since I feel like there should be a free-to-play system to acquiring cosmetics, because in Grand Cross you had it set to where it was like, what is it? You get all the cosmetics for all the costumes from the previous forms all the way up to the final form of the character, and that only equivalates to 1 UR cosmetic anyway. Then you only get whatever their base rarity is. You only get that rarity for the weapon and the actual like cosmetic, like the headpiece. So then you get 1 more free cosmetic from their affinity, but that's only SSR. So it's just like, I understand Grand Cross had a lot of events where they dropped extra costumes that were free to play for characters, but like, I don't know. I feel like maybe there should be like a free UR cosmetic everybody can get, at the very least. Like when they come out, like maybe there's like a and this is kind of touching on both points, right? The passive skills and the costumes. What if they had it set to where if you had a character, you already had the passive skill, but the passive skill just kind of started out shitty, like in Dokkan in their lower forms, until you get them all the way up to their final form, their UR rarity, and then they finally have like the maximized passive skill. So it's already unlocked. So then you can have like that unique skill battle in Grand Cross. You could have that battle, but for something else. Say you do that battle, or like maybe it's like a little set of missions. And when you beat the missions, it's like 3 missions. You get a UR headpiece, you get a UR weapon, and then you get a UR cosmetic. I would love a system like that. That'd be pretty nice. And like, honestly, this video isn't just for people who, you know, are anticipating the game. This shit can be for the devs too. I could be spitting game right now, just giving some good ideas. If y'all want to take these ideas, you know, feel free, do that. But I definitely feel like there should be some type of free-to-play alternative to obtaining cosmetics, especially UR cosmetics. Knocked over the mic. Knowing how these games go, I know that cosmetics is going to be very important down the road. That every single thing that you can acquire in the game is always super important down the road. Next, I want to talk about how's PvP gonna be looking. You know what I'm saying? It's probably gonna just be team combat, to be real. No 1v1 type of scenario. Cause like even My Hero had its like 1v1 type of like deal, but it was still team battle. You just switched in between characters, so it was more combo, kind of like skill based. If I'm gonna be honest, how early also would it be introduced into the game? Would it be? I don't feel like they would introduce. So if you look at Grand Cross, how they introduced PvP at the Vizo Fight Festival, because that was very early in the series. Would they introduce? I don't know if they would introduce PvP like second thing right into the story, right? Because first you have Austin, you know, being introduced in the first episode. And if this anime is going based off, or if this game is going based off of the anime, and we're going to be reliving events from the show, then the pacing is probably going to be very similar. But the game, our first episode, literally, they are being introduced, and then second episode, I believe they are, second episode, they're going off to be Magic Knights. So it's like, would they introduce PvP second mission into the game? I feel like they wouldn't do that, because I feel like they'll want people to focus on the story just a little bit more, just to get a little bit more enveloped in the game first, and then they would introduce PvP. But then I wonder, when would they do it? Would they wait so late as like the Royal Knight selection exam? Because I feel like that would be like a perfect semblance of PvP, because they were fighting to see who would be ranked high enough to go fight the Eye of the Midnight Sun, right? So there was like squad battles, was like 3v3 battles, which is interesting. So maybe PvP could be 3v3, but like PvE is like 4v4. Who knows? This is headcanon right now, bro. I don't know what I'm saying. It's literally 5:08 a.m. in the morning, dude. I'm just spitballing some ideas here. Nextly, I want to talk about the character box, because in the trailer for the character box, it looks like the character box is going to be finite to me. And by finite, I mean how in Grand Cross they have like they have it where you can see all the characters you have, and then you go all the way to the bottom and you can see all the characters that you do not have, kind of like as wanted posters. I feel like that would be a lot better than a system where it is like an infinite box space, because it's like with Dokkan, it's just like it gets hard to like keep up after a while, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you're sitting on like 1,000. You've been playing for a long time, and you're sitting on like 1,000 something units. You're just like lost in the character box. And like in Grand Cross though, if you have every character in the game, like, you know, and it's like, say you miss a collab, then the collab characters show up as a wanted poster during the collab, but as soon as the collab is gone, they disappear in the inventory box. So it's like, it's not like they were never even there, but it's like, at least it doesn't show. You know what I'm saying? So it still feels like your box is complete in a sense if you have every character like main essential to the game, I guess you could say. But the way that the character box looked in the video, it looked like you were scrolling on the side to like select the character, and at first it said 18 over it, so I'm guessing that the account we were looking at, whatever account that was, had 18 characters currently at the time, or maybe there are maybe they selected a specific filter and it was showing only 18 characters. So I feel like even if you had like 50 characters, I feel like that little sidebar scrolling system would get tedious to like scroll through. So maybe they only plan to have a few characters at first, and literally they'll update the character box later on in the game when they get more characters, when they get to that point. Maybe they're just playing it safe, who knows. But honestly, yeah, nah, I think the character box will be finite. Nextly, I want to talk about the summons. Will there be a coin shop system as soon as the game like starts up? I would assume so. I would hope so, because the coin shop system is very smooth, because it kind of takes the sting out of like getting like shafted on multis, because then you're just like, yo, I can at least I can use those rare coins for like stamina potions. At least I can use those gold coins for like something, blah blah blah, whatever, right? So it's just like, even if you have a character that's like maxed out, it like burns my soul. It burns your soul playing Dokkan in like year 5 or 6, and you're like this deep in the game, and like you're playing global, and you're summoning for characters, and you already have them maxed out, and the coin shop update isn't out yet, and you're just sitting there like, bro, what am I literally gonna do with these dupes? And it's like, I understand Dokkan. I feel like Dokkan moves at a slower pace, but it's very loud because it's like one of them OG like good gacha games. It's been going for like 7 years at this point, right? So it's just like they just been evolving with the landscape and updating their shit as it goes. So I don't blame them for that. But it seems like a lot of the stuff that they implemented into the game was not a forethought already. It feels more like they're winging it right now, because it's just like you go from, or maybe it was thought of and like for already, but like it just, I feel like maybe it just didn't get implemented into the game fast enough. Maybe like some aspects of the game, but it's just like with the coin shop system, that's always going to be like a good thing. It's never too late, it's never too early to add a coin shop system to your game. Like, there should always be some sort of coin shop system. So I feel like there will be. I'll offer it. Also, I would like very much if they dropped not only SSR characters on like crazy like hype banners, but they dropped like a little side SR character, because I'm assuming all the characters can go to UR. That's just how it seems to me. I would like for them to drop SR characters and just make the SR characters maybe not like absolutely crazy, but like they could be like decent supports for like the characters that come out, or at least support the category that the character is like in. Plus, you know, the SR character will be on the banner at a lower rate, so even if you couldn't get the SSR, it's like, at least I got some coins, and at least I got the SR, at least I got one of the characters, you know what I'm saying? And at least this character supports the other character's team, so working on this SR would not necessarily detriment me. More so, it would help me out, because whenever they bring the SSR back on another banner, I can just summon them then, and then I already got the support for them worked on, and then I'm just working on this one unit to fill them into the team, etc., etc. You know how it goes. You know how the grind is, bro. Also, what will the summon animations be? We have no idea. I feel like it would be kind of cool if they had one from like the Royal Knight Selection exam, where it was like, because like, what if you do the tutorial mission? The tutorial mission is like you versus like Yuno or some shit like that, and then literally you get the sword, or no, it can be you versus Rebchi, the chain magic dude, and literally if you after you beat him, you do like a multi-summon, and the multi-summon is literally like all the Magic Knight captains, like the animations, like all the Magic Knight captains, and like a few of them, or like none of them, or like some of them will put their hands up, or like all of them will put their hands up, and like depending on how many of them put their hands up, they could be like different like number thresholds. Depending on how many of them put their hands up, it could be like you get a SSR character, or you just get like rare characters, blah blah blah, right? But I feel like they can like call them off by number, and then like it reveals the character, and they're like either like rainbow, or not rainbow, but like yeah like rainbow, gold, or like gray. You know how it goes. But I feel like that'd be pretty cool. I don't really know what else they would use for what is it for a summon animation. I mean, there are a lot of other options that I'm not thinking of. Plus, they could just do some like in-game like original type of summon animation. Next, I want to talk about auto farming. How will that look in this game? Will it be like in Grand Cross, where you get to a certain combat class, like with a certain amount of characters, and you can set out this many characters on this many passive quests while you still play the game? Or will it be a system like My Hero, where there's like a dorm room, and you gotta like keep everybody like happy, satisfied, blah blah blah, just so they can do the what is it? Their passive, like kind of like grinds. And like honestly, I hate that dorm system. I'm not gonna lie. I played My Hero for like I played 2 months. I feel like when it first dropped, that dorm system was definitely very tedious. I was not a fan of it. It was just so much extra work just in the day of already grinding everything. But it's like you have to do it. Just it's ass how they set it up, because you have to do it so that you can get some good stuff on the side. So I definitely hope it's just like the system in Grand Cross. 1,000,000%. And then lastly, this isn't even like a point, but it's more so just like a will they do this type of deal. Like I don't know. Will there be any collabs? Because it's like, it's not like there's guaranteed to be collabs. It's a whole different company making this game, but if there were collabs, I would be interested to see what they did. I mean, I feel like anything with demons or demon-like creatures would really work, because I feel like Grand Cross would fit. I feel like JJK would fit. Curses, you know. I feel like, and like they talk about negative emotions and Black Clover and stuff like that. Look at Dante and Austin's conversation. It's like Jujutsu Kaisen could definitely fit. Demon Slayer could definitely fit. You know. So yeah. Would there be any collabs? Could there be any collabs? Who knows? That's it for this video, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Hope you guys enjoyed my random ramblings. Just a few ideas I had for what they could do with the game. You know what I'm saying? A few suggestions, I guess, for the developers if they're out there listening to the community already in advance. Who knows? That's I think that's pretty smart. Just go ahead and listen to people anticipating the game and go ahead and just try to like get set on what they want while you still have time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you guys enjoy these videos, then definitely do go down below and leave a like. That would help me out quite a bit, man. You can also subscribe. You can also comment and let me know, what do you think about these mechanics that I thought up, or how much do you feel like they would be in the game? How much do you feel like they wouldn't be in the game? Also, just reach out. Let me know what else you want to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna chill on that Dokkan, you know what I'm saying? But I'm on the Black Clover content. Plus I got another channel, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna start doing anime manga reviews, you feel me? So definitely check me out over on what is it? Animafia, me and the homies over there. I'm not gonna list them off, it's hella. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's gonna be your boy DEADMANVINCE signing out.